What's up guys, Justin here with TheSketchUpEssentials.com, back with another SketchUp and Unreal Engine video for you. So in this video I wanted to talk about how to export different things to Unreal Engine, as well as some of the things that I've learned so far about the way the export and import process works. So I'm doing more in-depth Unreal Engine tutorials on my other channel, that's youtube.com/TheRenderingEssentials. So if you're interested in getting more in-depth with the Unreal Engine, make sure you go over there and subscribe. I did want to make sure though that I gave kind of an update of what I've learned so far. So let's go ahead and just jump into it. So first of all, originally there was going to be a webinar between the guys from SketchUp and the guys from Unreal Engine, kind of walking you through some of the features and the way everything works. They had some technical difficulties, and so that's been rescheduled for tomorrow. So if that's something you're interested in, I will link to that in the notes down below. They may shed some light on some of this stuff. There's not a lot of information out there on this for right now. So to start off, exporting your models with textures on them from SketchUp seems to be working really well. So I could take all of these and export them to Unreal Engine, and the textures that I apply are going to get brought in there okay. And so I'm going to give you 3 different examples of that. So this is just basically a cylinder with a brick material applied to it. This, I'm going to fix this material using THRUPAINT in order to kind of map this properly to the face. So you can see how I had to come in here using THRUPAINT. I'll link to a tutorial about that in the notes down below, but you can see how I used that to map this material basically along this sphere. And then I'm also going to apply a V-Ray material to this face, because that's the other question I've gotten is, do V-Ray materials come in? And they do seem to be coming in, but I'll just kind of walk you through it. So for example, let's say that I was to apply the bricks material from V-Ray to this face. I've already resized it so it all looks okay. So we're going to take that and we're just going to export that to Datasmith, and then we're going to bring it into Unreal Engine. So the first thing you're going to do when you do that is you're going to go up to File, you're going to go to Export 3D Model. You do need to have the Datasmith exporter installed. I will link to my previous video where I walk you through installing the Datasmith exporter so you can export your SketchUp files to Datasmith. And then you're going to want to make sure that you select the option for Unreal Datasmith files, so .u Datasmith. And you're going to name this whatever you want to name it. And generally speaking, when you're working with Unreal Engine, you have a folder where you want to keep these different models. You can see how I've got a bunch of different example models inside this folder. In this case, I'm going to click the option for Export. I'm going to replace my existing, and this is going to tell me that it's exporting everything to Unreal Engine. And so once this has all been exported, you can go over into Unreal Engine, and I already have a new project set up, but I'll link to a video down below where I can teach you how to do that. But we're going to go ahead and just bring those objects in using Datasmith. So in order to do that, first of all, you have to have Unreal Engine version 4.20 or higher in order to bring this in. And you're going to have this option up above for Import Unreal Datasmith File. And when I click on this, I'm just going to go find my export example files, and I'm going to double click. And that's going to ask you where you want to put those. In this case, I'm going to select my folder for SketchUp models, and I'm going to click OK. And so when you look at this, this is going to give you the option for importing your geometry, your materials and textures, your lights, and your cameras. And I will note that I can't actually figure out what kind of lights this imports because I tried to export some V-Ray lights in here and it didn't work. So I'm not sure what exactly it's importing for this option. I'm hoping maybe some light will get shed on that tomorrow. But if I go ahead and click Import, you can see how this geometry is getting brought in to Unreal Engine, and all the materials are mapped the way that we had them in SketchUp. So it's actually bringing these in mapped properly, applied to the faces properly. So those are actually working just fine. And I've gotten a lot of questions about the scale. And so one way to check your scale in Unreal Engine is to click on the perspective option and go to top. And what that's going to give you is down here in the corner, it's going to give you a scale bar, and you can see how this basically gives you a scale of 1 meter. And so basically by looking at this, you can probably assume this is maybe 2.5 meters. So if we go in and we measure the length of this in SketchUp, you can see how it's about 8 feet, which is about 2.5 meters. So your objects are getting brought into Unreal Engine to scale. The scale is getting brought in properly. The materials are getting brought in mapped as you had them before. Now I will note a couple things. So if I bring my V-Ray materials in applied to a face, it's not bringing in all the normal mapping and that kind of thing. It's just bringing this in kind of as a material applied to a flat face. And it still looks pretty good, but you're not getting any of that normal mapping or bump mapping that you would have had applied. And so if you double click on this material, this does give you an option to adjust your texture scale and also to apply a roughness map or a normal map. So you can apply those in here, but they don't come in automatically. So that's the one thing to note when you're bringing in V-Ray materials, is they are coming in. They don't seem to be coming in with all of their advanced features, but they still look pretty good just as default. So that's one thing just to kind of be aware of. So your models are definitely coming in. You do get some kind of weird... So if you look at the top of the sphere, for example, and SketchUp gets kind of weird with this too, the way that this gets mapped around the top just isn't showing up. So if you have complex curved faces like this one, you may run into some issues with the way that your materials get mapped that way. Overall, though, the process seems to be really easy. It seems to be working pretty well. And the nice thing is it's much easier, at least in my opinion, to model things like levels and stuff like that in SketchUp than in Unreal Engine. So this is an easy way to create things like levels without having to work with, bringing in like box brushes and static meshes and that kind of thing. The other kind of weird thing that I will note is when you try to apply any of the materials from the starter content in Unreal Engine, and you can bring that in by clicking on Add New and going up to Add Feature or Content Pack. And over in the content packs, there's a starter content pack that you can bring in. When you bring in SketchUp faces and you try to apply the Unreal Engine materials from the starter content pack, their scaling gets kind of oddly messed up. And so, like for example, let's say that I was to bring in like a cube static mesh actor right here. That's a Unreal Engine object, and I was to apply this clay material or this brick clay material. You can see what size that gets brought in. However, if I apply that same brick clay material to my SketchUp object, you can see how it gets brought in a lot smaller. So for some reason there's some weird mapping issues going on there. I'm not sure exactly what the deal is. You can come in and first of all I'm going to duplicate this. And we'll just call this brick clay larger. And we'll apply that to this face. You can come in and go inside the Unreal Engine material editor. It's a little complicated, but you can come in here and you can apply this TEX coord item to it, and you can come in and adjust the way that this tiles. So I could bring this tiling down to like 0.1 and use that to adjust the size of that material. And then if I apply that, you can see how that's going to bring this size up. So you can kind of create a custom material in here that works with these faces, but for some reason the mapping is just kind of odd. And the weirder thing is, if you use this face that you've applied the V-Ray material to, the mapping actually works properly. And I'm not sure if that's because the V-Ray materials just have a UV mapping associated with them. I haven't really quite figured that one out yet, but it does get kind of weird when you're bringing in geometry into or from SketchUp and you're trying to apply the Unreal materials. So that's something you just need to be aware of. I may just be doing something wrong. I'm hoping to get more information on that tomorrow in the webinar, but we'll see what comes up. So another thing that's really important is modeling with thickened walls. So like for example, this is the model I created as one of my interior examples for one of my V-Ray tutorials, and you can see how I created the exterior walls with no real thickness. Well, the problem with this is Unreal Engine, the way that it handles the front and back side faces inside SketchUp is it basically ignores them. So if you take something like this and you were to export that to Datasmith, and then you were to bring this in, so let's say I was to create a new level, and I was to import this file just like this. First of all, there's some V-Ray rectangle lights, and like I said before, those don't seem to actually be doing anything other than acting as geometry right now. Those aren't bringing in any of the light material, but if I was to come in here and delete those, you can see how this kind of looks normal, except if you fly outside your box, you can see how basically Unreal Engine is treating this roof and this ceiling as if it's not there from the outside. So what you need to do instead is, I've created another version of this where I gave the walls some thickness. So I basically just used the push-pull tool to give them a little bit of thickness. But then if I was to import that into Datasmith, so we're going to fly outside this a little bit and we're going to move it off to the side here. So if you were to fly inside this building and you were to adjust your light source, you can see how in this one the lighting's coming in properly through the windows, as opposed to in the other one where it really wasn't. And the reason for that is now those walls and the ceiling have faces with the front face facing outward, so those are actually getting treated as objects with thickness and the light's acting properly. You really need to make sure that those walls have that thickness, and also that you've got the front sides of your faces facing out, because that's really going to affect things in Unreal Engine. And then finally, I've been playing around with some of the scripting options and that kind of thing, kind of working through some of the tutorials. And so if I was to play my level, for example, I basically got boxes set up where I can get things to slide based on where you're at. There's definitely some scripting and some complicated stuff involved, but it's really promising for architectural applications and also for gaming applications. And I guess the final thing is, if you have a chance to play around with the particles inside the starter content, I really recommend that you do, because they're a ton of fun. So if you go down to the particles section and you drag like the fire in here, you can add like a fire, or you can add like steam and smoke, lots of different fun effects that are really easy. So overall, I'm really having fun playing around with this. I know I've got a long way to go from being able to create amazing content standpoint, but I definitely recommend you give this a try, especially while Unreal Studio is in beta and it's free. So if you guys are looking for more content on Unreal Engine, make sure you check out my other channel at youtube.com/TheRenderingEssentials for more Unreal Engine tutorials. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about all this. Is Unreal Engine something you're interested in checking out? I just love having that conversation with you guys. If you like this video, please remember to click that like button down below. If you're new around here, remember to click that subscribe button for new SketchUp content every week. If you like what I'm doing in this channel, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Every little bit helps, even if it's only $1 a month. So make sure you check out that link in the notes down below. But in any case, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.